Hi there guys. Today I'm going to be taking the Myers Briggs personality type test. I've taken it 2 or 3 times before and I'm INTP, but I'll go through the test with you and then discuss the questions a little bit as I'm going through it. So, question number 1, you are almost never late for your appointments. I am almost always late for all my appointments. I would say no way. Would you like to be engaged in an active and fast-paced job? I do not like to be engaged in any type of job. I prefer to just do my own thing and not really have anything else that needs to be done except for what I actually want to do. So, number 3, you enjoy having a wide circle of acquaintances. No, I do not enjoy having a wide circle of acquaintances. I feel that fewer acquaintances are better. Too many people require too much time, and if you feel like you hardly have enough hours in the day for yourself, then how can you have hours in the day for a whole bunch of other people? Like, I would prefer to just kind of be doing my own thing. So, I do not enjoy having a wide circle of acquaintances. You feel involved when watching TV soaps. I don't feel involved, but I enjoy watching series. Do you feel involved when watching TV soaps? I do not feel involved, but I do enjoy them a lot. You are usually the first to react to a sudden event, such as the telephone ringing or an unexpected question. I would prefer to let someone else answer the question. Even though I would have an answer, usually, I would still try not to be the first to react. And if the telephone rings, I do not really want to speak to anyone because I do not want to speak to people on the telephone. I prefer to speak to people face to face or not really at all. So I'd say no to that. You are more interested in the general idea than the details of its realization. I would say yes. I prefer to think about possibilities rather than how they can actually be realized. Like theorizing, just thinking about stuff. So you're more interested in the general idea? Yes. Go back. Yes. You tend to be unbiased even if this might endanger your good relations with people. That is very, very true. I just kind of follow my own head regardless of what other people feel. So I would say yes there. Strict observance of established rules is likely to prevent a good outcome. Yeah, I would prefer to just kind of do my own thing and not really pay attention to how things must be done. I would rather just do them. So I would say no there. Is it difficult to get you excited? It is very difficult to get me excited. Very few things excite me. Is it in your nature to assume responsibility? Yes, usually when I'm around people who are quite responsible, then I would usually assume responsibility. And when I get to someone's house or something, I would usually think of cleaning up and helping around instead of just being around making a mess. So I would say yes to that. You often think about humankind and its destiny. I think about that very, very often. Do you believe the best decision is one that can be easily changed? I believe that is very, very true. Objective criticism is always useful in any activity. Yes, because one way can't always be right. So you prefer to act immediately rather than speculate about various options. Yo, that is actually quite hard to say yes or no to. You prefer to act immediately rather than... I would rather do something than plan it out. At the same time, I would put something off as long as I can actually put it off. And actually try to not do it. I would say yes to that rather than no. You trust reason rather than feelings. Yes, because reason is logical. And what's logical makes sense. If it's not logical, it doesn't make sense. Then why is it? You are inclined to rely more on improvisation than on prior planning. Yes. I'm not good at prior planning, and I'm very, very good at improvising. You spend your leisure time activity socializing with a group of people, attending parties and shopping. I do not do that. I spend my leisure time on my own, with my own activities and myself. You usually plan your actions in advance. No. Thought of planning my actions in advance isn't a nice thought. Your actions are frequently influenced by emotions. Not really. I don't feel very emotionful, or quite emotionless, so I would say no to that. You're a person that's somewhat reserved and distant in communication. Yes. Just see there. It doesn't say how long it is recording. You know how to put every minute of your time to good purpose. Yes. Even doing nothing is doing something. By doing nothing and you are enjoying your time. So say yes to that. To help people while asking nothing in return. That is way too true. You often contemplate the complexity of life. Way too often. Your prolonged socializing, you feel the need to get away and be alone. It's very true, especially after days and days of socializing. You easily see the general principle behind specific occurrences. Usually see the general. Yes. You frequently and easily express your feelings and emotions. I do not do that. Hardly ever. You find it difficult to speak loudly. It feels like it's difficult to speak loudly, but people always tell me I speak too loud. So I've got a loud voice, I suppose. So, you find it difficult to speak loudly? No, I do not find it difficult because my voice is loud. You get bored if you have to read theoretical books. Yeah, well, yes. No, if I don't read, I hate reading. It's a hard question. The only books I would want to read is theoretical books, but that isn't fictional books. Like, any fact. So let's say you get bored if you have to read theoretical books. So, no. But I do. The only books I would read is theoretical. Let's say no to that. You tend to sympathize with other people way too often, especially when they ask you money for bread and how cuck their life is. You value have in mercy? Yes. Yes, definitely. You rapidly get involved in the social life of your new workplace? No, I do not. The more people with whom you speak, the better you feel. No, not really. You tend to rely on your experience rather than theoretical alternatives. Yes. You like to keep a check on how things are progressing. Yes. You easily empathize with the concerns of other people. I do. Not if I actually care too much. And I do. You easily empathize with concerns. Show empathy to the concerns. Concerns with. Concerning what? You often prefer to read a book rather than go to a party. Well, I prefer to smoke a joint my own rather than going to a party and being on a tablet. The tablet is like a book, so I suppose yes. So this is pre-tablet, pre-tab. So you often prefer to read a book rather than go to a party. Let's say yes to that. You enjoy being at the center of events in which other people are directly involved. No. You are more inclined to experiment rather than follow the approaches. Yes. Let's say that. You avoid being bound to obligations. Yes. I avoid obligations at all costs. You are strongly touched by stories about people's troubles. I don't really care about their troubles, but at the same time, when they're telling me the story, I do feel very, very bad for them. So, you're strongly touched by other people's troubles. Yes. Deadlines seem to you to be of relative rather than absolute importance. Yes. Deadlines doesn't really mean shit. It needs to be done. But I will have it done. But it seems more relative, I suppose. You prefer to isolate yourself from outside noises. I do prefer to isolate myself from outside noises, but I do enjoy noises of outside. Not in a city, so, but yes. It's essential for you to try things with your own hands. I like watching. Yes, I suppose so. But not really. I suppose it is essential to try things with my hands. At the same time, without using my hands, I can really Okay. You think that almost everything can be analysed? Yes, everything can be analysed. No, I don't think so. Know that failing to complete your task on time makes you rather uncomfortable. It does make me uncomfortable. At the same time, yeah, it makes me very uncomfortable because I know that it needs to have been done even though it's not done. So, yes, you can take pleasure in putting things in order. No, I do not take pleasure. No, I do not take pleasure. You feel at ease in a crowd. I do not feel at ease in a crowd at all. You have good control over your desires and temptations. What a question. Let's think about that. I would say yes. You easily understand new theoretical principles. It is very easy to understand new theoretical principles. The process of searching for a solution is more important than the solution itself. Very, very true. I enjoy finding the solution. You usually place yourself nearer to the side than the center of the room. That is true. When solving a problem, you would rather follow a familiar approach than seek a new one. I think in math, I would always try and make my own shortcuts. Even if it's wrong, I would still try to do my own thing rather than to do what was taught. You try to stand firmly by your principles. Very. A thirst for adventure is close to your heart. Not really. I speak of it, but not really. To go and do adventurous things is very troublesome. Very troublesome. You prefer meeting a small group over interacting with lots of people? Yes. When considering a situation, you pay more attention to current situation and less to possible sequence of events. When considering a situation, you pay more attention to the current situation and less to a sequence of events. Considering a situation. No. I think of a sequence of events more, I think, than the current situation. The current situation is usually easily solvable. When solving a problem, you consider the rational approach to be the best. Yes. You find it difficult to talk about your feelings? Yes. Except to my girlfriend. So, yes to that. You often spend time thinking about how things could be improved? Yes, but improving them isn't nicer to just think about it, because thinking of it, you can imagine it already being done without actually doing anything. Yes, your decisions are based more on feelings of a moment rather than... Yes. You spend your leisure time alone or relaxing in a tranquil atmosphere? Yes. I feel comfortable sticking to conventional ways. Conventional ways make me feel uncomfortable. You are easily affected by strong emotions. Strong emotions do easily affect me. You are always looking for opportunities. No. No. I don't care much for money. Money, time is more than money. Like, you can't buy time, but you can sell your time for money. But you can never make enough money with your time to really enjoy the time. You can never have your time back. So, not looking for opportunities. Your desk workbench is neat. No. You should see the car that I'm sitting in. As a rule, current preoccupations worry you. Preoccupations worry you more than future plans. No. Well, I don't care about future plans either. But I don't worry too much about the well, current preoccupations worry more about your future plan than your future plans. Yes, I'm more caught up in the now actually. The future plans doesn't really, you know, you get pleasure from solitary walks. No, I suppose I would, but I prefer not to walk. I prefer to rather just sit and think. So, what is the emphasis of a sentence? From this, do you get pleasure from solitariness, solidarity, or do you get pleasure from walks? Well, let's say it's easy for you to. Okay, solitary. You get pleasure from solitary walks. Let's say yes. I enjoy being alone. So walks part, I think being alone part is more important than the walking part. It's easy for you to communicate in social situations. No, not really. You are consistent in your habits. I'm very consistent. Willing to involve yourself in matters which engage your sympathies. I always get involved. You willingly involve yourself. I accidentally willingly involve myself. But I don't offer myself. Really say no. Easily perceive various ways in which events could develop. Yes, I do. Feels like I can see the future, but without the future. How old am I? I am 20 to 24. I am a male, and we score it. Intp, just as I thought. So let's have a look here. You haven't answered one question, so thereby decrease. You may click the browser's back button. Answer the remaining questions. Okay, let's just go back. Where is no, yes, no, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no, yes, no, 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 no. And you spotted before I can. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. No, yes, no. Yeah. Do you often do jobs in a hurry? Number 25. I very often do jobs in a hurry. Let's just see how that changed. Intp. Don't know what changed. I can go back just now and have a look. Awareness and personal growth. Just click to view. Don't think I will go through all the reading now. If you're not automatically redirected, please click here. INTPs are pensive and little folks. They may venture so deeply into seem detached and often actually oblivious to the world around them. That is so fucking true. Okay, here we go. Back there. Your business. Workplace and kind of mix. Let's go. You guys can pause this if you want to have a look. Go more down. Involving teamwork. Candidates for promotion. There we go. Let me just go scroll through this for you. Socrates, Charles Darwin, Einstein. Okay, well, thanks a lot guys for my test. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, INTP. I don't think I would want to be anything else. My girlfriend is INTJ. We've been together for 5 years and I love her so much. We are the perfect companions. Thanks a lot guys. Please like my video and subscribe if you like. Thank you.